Board of Commissioners regular meeting, August 20th, 2026 at 7:50 p.m. Ms. Jones, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Roberts,
Present.
Commissioner Hall,
Present.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Present.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Present.
Mayor Anderson.
Present. Item number 3 is prayer and pledge. Thank you, Lord, for our community and everyone in it. Please be with each and every one of our students as they return to school, and every teacher and administrator who is responsible to guide and direct our young ones as they are in school this school season. Be with us tonight as we make decisions for this community and our citizens, and please guide and direct us. In Jesus' name, amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 4 is mayor's comments. Thank you to everyone who has come tonight to attend the meeting, and we appreciate your attendance. We appreciate everyone at home who's watching, and just know that the meetings are on Fairview Facebook Live and also on YouTube to be watched after the meeting, if that be the case. We did have an officer in here. I was going to thank him for being here tonight. Oh, I am so sorry. You were like behind Mayor Ryle's head, and I was like, I missed it. Okay. Thank you, Detective Dutton, for being here tonight. And if during our citizens' comments, let's just please be courteous and thoughtful to everyone here. Number 5 is citizens' comments.
There's one tonight, Mayor, Miss Karen Cobb.
If you would please come forward, state your name, address, and if you live in the city or county.
Good morning. I'm Karen Cobb, 7802 Willow Crest. I'm in the city. Okay, so, excuse me, I'm going to read them. As I stated, my name is Karen Cobb. I want to announce that I will be running as a Fairview Commissioner for this coming November elections. Some of the issues I've come across in speaking with Fairview citizens is infrastructure. I think a lot of people, this is and has been a big issue. So as a result, I've been in touch with TDOT and have been speaking with them considerably a lot and started asking some questions. TDOT has informed me that they have a 10-year Tennessee plan, and oddly, our city of Fairview is not at all on these plans. We have the 100 and the 96, which also connect to the 40 and the 840, with 2 lanes going towards Franklin, Dixon, and Bellevue. This has been a repeated thing that I've heard lots of people say. So right now, nothing is in the works for the next 10 years. Fairview is not on their maps for them to help us with our 2-lane issues. This request needs to come from our commissioners. So I've taken it upon myself to request the paperwork for review and to start the process so that we can get on next year's agenda. The request of this type project with TDOT ends at the end of this month, so we don't have enough time to even get on this year. So we've already missed this year. I also asked TDOT why the 100 construction wasn't being conducted during the evening hours and not during the day, creating traffic. The answer I received was because it had not been requested for review by this Board of Commissioners. Another more simple request I heard from many citizens was the request for many kinds of food establishments, such as steakhouse or Italian. I have a restaurant and food and beverage background, so I've taken the liberty to start conversations with several establishments to see if any of them would be interested in partnering with the city of Fairview and growing with us. These are just a few of the comments that I've already started working on to get serving my city, and will continue to update as I speak with more citizens. I also suggest that all of you look into these things as well. I will, or part of my team will be posting more information about my election process, and I look forward to serving my city, and I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Item number 6, approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve. I'll second. Real quick, we do have a change on the agenda. I'm happy to wait to defer it to the next meeting, but Davis House couldn't make it tonight. So I don't know if you prefer I defer it then, or if we just take it off the agenda.
Yeah, since
we should-
that's not a voting,
Yeah.
since it's not anything we're voting on, we can just state that item 7B will be to move to another meeting,
Okay, great.
the Davis House. Thank you. Ms. Jones?
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 6 passes 5-0. Item number 7, public announcements, awards, and recognition. Item 7A, city events. Would that be Mayor Ryle? Okay.
Yes, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commission. First thing I'd like to report on Mr. Ross's behalf, the Back to School Supply Drive on August 1st was a huge success. And because of the support of the community and the Commission, approximately 500 children in our community were helped. So we're grateful to everybody. We had amazing sponsors, community partners, and all the folks that generously donated made this possible. So we want to thank your work and the citizens' work for that. Upcoming events here carrying us out through the end of the year, September 19th, Nature Fest, that's right around the corner, and Fall Fun Day, October 10th. And not to be fearful, the Trunk or Treat Movie in the Park, October 24th. Tree lighting event at City Hall on December 4th, and as we know, the Christmas parade daytime December 5th, or if there's inclement weather, it'll be on December 12th. Those are upcoming events. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 7B is moved to another date. Item 7C, American Legion, Fairview Post 248. Mr. David Dodaro.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, City staff. Detective Dutton's going to pass out the flyer. I've got a couple announcements tonight from the American Legion Post 248. This is our 40th year in existence in the city of Fairview. And we are kicking off Phase 2 of the improvements at Veterans Park, which is 7108 Black Pine Road, just off of Highway 96 over by the Flying J. Keith, do you have any of the images or not? There you go, look at that. At the bottom, you'll see the 5 statues that are commercially available. Apparently, Space Force is so new that nobody makes a statue for the Space Force yet. But we intend to purchase these and place them out at Veterans Park. They are 72 inches tall, made out of concrete that will withstand negative 30-degree weather. It's got a special commercial type coating to make it look like bronze. They are 1/3 the price of a bronze statue. So $5,500 versus $18,000. The 2 pictures on the top, or on the center of the, if you're looking at the video, the Veterans Memorial Park, that is the original sign that was placed out there about 2016. We're going to keep that for the time being, but with our fundraising for Phase 2, we'd like to include a newer, more updated sign that also includes the Space Force for that. And then at the very bottom, you'll see everybody was chicken to order their own brick, so we did my brick. This is what we're selling to the public for anybody that has military veterans in the family, friend, brother, cousin, niece, nephew, neighbor. For $100, we will have this brick engraved, just like you see mine. You can put the date of their service, their rank, 2 lines, 17 characters, including spaces. And this walkway will go past the statues and lead to Phase 3, which will be a recognition for fire and police. But since it's Veterans Park, they're going to be Phase 3. At the top, you see the different donor levels. I'm not going to read all of that. But this is the official kickoff for us to go after Phase 2. We need approximately $65,000 to $70,000, depending on how long it takes to raise that amount, with price increases and whatnot in the future. There is a QR code that you see. It's going to be shared all over Facebook, all the different Fairview groups. That will take you directly to the link where you can make a $5 donation if you'd like. You can order the brick for your family loved one. You don't have to be a Tennessee resident to be recognized. I've met people through the police departments at the county level that were all excited. They're like, oh man, that'd be cool. I can get a brick for my uncle. Because in our research, we found that $100 for a brick, we all know that's expensive. Most fundraising efforts are $150 to $175 a brick. So we would like to have more involvement and participation, so we selected $100 a brick. The American Legion is a 501(c)(3) organization, 100% tax deductible. If you go through the QR code that takes you to the website, they will email you a receipt for your donation. So it's pretty easy peasy. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? I'm trying not to take up too much time. The beer board went a little long tonight.
Mayor,
Commissioner Hall?
Mr. Dodaro, when
Yes,
are
sir.
you starting to accept donations for the brick?
Last week,
So you'll accept it?
we've
tonight?
already started, yes,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you.
We were so excited that we sent out emails to family members and whatnot to get it stirred up and going.
Well, my dad, I want one on there for my dad.
Absolutely, we'd be
Thank
proud to put them in there.
Okay, thank you.
Proud to put them in.
I know that Fairview is so supportive of anyone in military service, present, past, and retired. They're always honored, and it's just, I really appreciate yours and your post efforts to memorialize this way. I think it's a great opportunity for our community. I know that we honor the veterans with coins at the 3rd of July, and the high school has ceremonies on Veterans Day. So I think this is a great opportunity for us to honor people who serve that keep us free. So I appreciate your service, and I know there's several servicemen in our audience tonight, and I just want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done and are doing. And I think this is a great opportunity for our community. I encourage everyone to get involved in this because, it's good for our young people to see what people do for our community and for this country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Other comments?
Yes, thank
Commissioner
you.
Roberts?
Thank you so much for your service, Mr. Dodaro. Thank you for your leadership with this, for the park, and to the rest of the post. We really appreciate how actively involved y'all are, and this is a really great idea for a fundraiser.
Thank you. That's announcement number 1. Keith, do you have the other photos? This is what we did with Phase 1. Ascension helped us kick us to the monetary levels we needed. And then through a few of the individuals in the American Legion, not only did we donate the money for the plants and the 10 tons of marble rock that you see in the circle, but moved it 50 feet from where the dump truck put it down for us into the circle. That saved the American Legion over $3,000. And thankfully, the police haven't come out to say anything to us at midnight while we're watering the plants over the weekend. This is what we've been working on. It's a 250-foot long walkway, concrete pavers. You see the wall off to the far left. That is not only a retaining wall for the culvert dumping into the lake, but it's also a place that you can sit and reflect, relax, a little quiet time. It's a little bit hard to imagine, but if you can picture at the bottom left of the corner, we're going to extend the new walkway with the engraved names up towards the entrance of Black Pine Road and place the statues along that walkway. So this part is done. It will be seeded this weekend, and Nick and I will be hauling hundreds and hundreds of gallons of water out there late at night to water it so that we can have grass for the grand opening on September 26th at Veterans Park, 9 a.m. We're going to have some breakfast snacks, water, coffee, stuff like that. We are inviting some dignitaries and some veterans. And we hope to see anybody and everyone come out and see the difference. I know a lot of people have questioned, hey, where's Veterans Park? I didn't know we had a Veterans Park. It looks completely different with that, because a month ago, there was only 7 flagpoles right there and grass. There was nothing else there. The walkway is connected to the parking lot. It is built fully to ADA standards, so those with disabilities, wheelchairs, walkers can access this and enjoy it. September 26th, 9 a.m. Hope to see everybody there. Thank you, Board.
Thank you, Mr. Dodaro. Item number 8, staff comments and monthly reports. 8A, city manager report, Mayor Ryle.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commission. A few things to report tonight. One, TDOT, we were trying to get them to be here to talk about the project on Highway 100 and the construction on that. They had conflicts tonight. They would like to be here during the September meeting to see the public on that. But they were kind enough to give us a release. It is actually embargoed to tomorrow morning, but they knew about the concerns of this community and allowed me to read this publicly tonight, and it'll be put out in public tomorrow. It's a little bit of, a lot of this is kind of some old news, but I think it'd be good just to go over this for a minute, if it's okay with the board. The Fairview Boulevard project, the project descriptions, we know that TDOT is constructing an improvement project along State Route 100, which is what we call Fairview Boulevard, from the Recreation Center to near Bowie Lake Road. Project components include the installation of curb and gutter, storm drainage, and a 5-foot sidewalk in the following areas. From the Fairview Recreation Center to King Road, sidewalks on the westbound side of State Route 100. From King Road to Cumberland Drive / Crowcut Road, sidewalks on both sides of State Route 100. From Cumberland Drive to Crowcut to Bowie Lake Road, sidewalks on the westbound side of State Highway 100. Improvements also include the installation of dedicated turn lanes, a new traffic signal, and school zone flashing signage at Crowcut and Cumberland Drive. Paving for the Recreation Center to near Park Village is complete. If you've been through there, you've noticed that recently. Crews have completed the installation of a temporary signal on Cumberland Drive, and this will be operational on August 24th, which, of course, has happened following a 7-day mandatory flashing period. They've given us some photographs on that, and as most citizens and y'all are aware, you've been through and seen that. When again, we will be able to share this publicly tomorrow because of the embargo they asked for. As noted in the previous newsletter, TDOT crews and inspectors continue to monitor traffic on Highway 100. They're working hard to complete this project as safely and as quickly as possible while navigating the challenges that have led to unexpected disruptions and delays in our project timeline. Here is the work that's remaining. Completing storm drains, curb and gutter, concrete driveways, and asphalt work from Park Village Court to the end of the project near Bowie Lake Drive. Pouring the sidewalk along the project footprint, placing the top paving layer on the project footprint, final lane striping, installing crosswalks near Crowcut and Cumberland Drive, installing permanent signals on Crowcut and Cumberland Drive, and the school flashing beacon. And this is all expected to be finished in late November. Again, they will expect to be here in September, and we will, with approval of y'all, we'll have them on the agenda so they can be here and speak directly to you and to the citizens of this community. On other items under city manager report, a Retail Academy's been done. It's a company that's based out of Birmingham, Alabama, that works with communities to help us enhance our retail. I've dealt with them before. Myself and our economic development officer, Ms. Carroll, will be attending their class. I believe it's next Thursday, Yes, it's next Thursday on that. They also have a showcase of retail businesses, and it gives us opportunity to talk to those folks, see what they have to offer, and also let them know what this Fairview has to offer for them to entice them to come here. So we're excited about that. Also on work projects and road projects, preliminary set up a meeting with Michael Skipper of the Greater National Regional Council, and also the MPO, the Metropolitan Planning Organization, which we're a member of, to start talking about road projects that we can get on the list to do for this community. So it's very timely to get that started. As mentioned in public comments, there is a 10-year plan that's been done statewide. TDOT instituted that a couple of years ago, where they can, instead of starting a multitude of projects, start a project and then have a true end timeline. But that is a living, breathing animal. Every year or every 2 years, depending on what TDOT wants to do, those are opened up where we have an opportunity to bring projects with them. So from your direction and leadership to staff, we will start working with you on that process using MPO and Michael Skipper to help us through that process. So we're excited about that. And Mayor, Commission, that is all my report, but I'm glad to answer any questions. Thank you.
Mayor,
Commissioner Roberts?
thank you so much. Mayor Rao, we still get a lot of questions, and I think there might be some sort of an update about the signs. Can we share some more information about the status of like the lights and the colors and kind of where we are with that, please?
After receiving feedback from the commission, we think that it's better to change the color of the signs where it's more of a lighter color, near white, kind of a tan type color. Also, there's some lighting issues that are still in process. Ms. Jones has really carried the weight on getting that done, and we're in the process of that. We would like to come back to you in the next meeting when we understand any pricing changes from the change of the color of the letters to make sure you're pleased with that. Obviously, it's an addition that was not planned for. There'll be an additional cost, but we need to get a hard figure on that discussing that with the folks, the engineers that have designed it. I think I'd be ready to bring you back a suggestion in our September meeting if that would work for y'all.
Mayor?
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm Mayor. I forgot where I was, I'm sorry.
Mayor?
Commissioner Buffalini?
Mayor Rao? Why would we accrue any costs if what's there and installed is not what we originally contracted to purchase?
That's a question that while we wanted to talk to them, negotiate with them, the plans on the sign is developed. There were ones with white letters, which I think was an original intent, but there were also some plans that were done that had a darker letter and black letters. So we need to do a little forensic search to find out where we got off track on that. And I apologize, I don't have the institutional knowledge to find it right now, but we would like to meet with them once again and hear their side of that and bring y'all back a suggestion as soon as we can. But I agree, it's something that I'm not prepared to suggest we do tonight, but I just want to make you aware it is a possibility.
Right. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. Also, you had mentioned that you were going to look into infrastructure
Yes.
with TDOT and the state. I do know that we were originally on the 10-year list,
Yes.
and then we were knocked off of it because we as a city need to contribute funds to be part of any projects that go on with TDOT. Is that correct?
That is true. TDOT came out with a idea, initially they were to be TDOT projects, but to get you moved up the list, they asked for contributions anywhere from a 10% contribution, 50%, and actually some communities across the state have done 100% contribution to do that. But frankly, even with that, TDOT carries the heaviest hammer in that, and I'll stop there because I want to work with TDOT.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mayor.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
Off topic of the signs, but I know we had talked that you had initiated the pace study to start looking down the road on that and what that looks like. Is there an update on that and where we're at with it?
We were trying to set up a meeting with Patrick Marsh, our MTAS. He dropped by one day earlier this week. I was not here. He and I were playing phone tag, but that was what we were going to meet for. So we will set up a real meeting here in the next 2 weeks to start that process.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
One of our, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Do you mind? Are you sure?
No, I'm last, go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, thank you. In our last meeting, you mentioned during your report, sir, sorry, I'm going to turn to it so I don't get the wording wrong, that the Tennessee Municipal Bond Fund will conduct a review of the city's financial position at no cost to the city. And I really should have asked a question about that then. Can you just explain to me what that means?
The Tennessee Municipal Bond, it's a state set up, an organization set up by the state of Tennessee, a corporation that lends to municipalities. They do it through different public building authorities to allow us to offer borrowing for governments at a lower, cheaper rate. And again, there's reasons to use bond companies. We've used them in this community. I've used them where I've come from before. Typically use those on a lot of the larger borrowings, but a larger borrowing, they charge a higher setup fee on the front end, where the Tennessee Municipal Bond Fund charges very low setup fees. Mr. Kevin Krasinski visited us here about 2 weeks ago. It's been since the last meeting, but within the last 2 weeks, took a look at some of our debt. They're going to come back to me here hopefully next month where we can go in detail on it. But he did a compare and contrast on a recent debt we've taken out and compared the cost we paid Cumberland Securities versus what it would have cost them. And the cost of them would have only been $1,000. So again, I'm not about cutting bond companies out. There's special large borrowings. When you go to market with it, you can find a better rate. But on things, shorter borrowings, capital outlay notes, they're a real resource. So I think it would be wise for me and Mr. Knox on the finance staff, anytime we do prepare to borrow, is to find a way to make sure we're bringing the lowest cost to take on that borrowing. Of course, as we mentioned to y'all back during budget time, we're not advocating any borrowing of any magnitude right now until we do a true in-depth study. And my suggestion is we get through the next 6 months and have a real good look at this budget and just see exactly where we are, if there's any borrowing we need to do or any refinancing that may be possible to save us money.
Amen and thank you.
Thank you. Through with me or not?
Yeah, I was just waiting to make sure. Okay. So you and I both attend GNRC meetings. That was a budget line item that was kind of discussed during when we were looking at our budget. And those meetings are not just for Mayor Ryle as a county mayor and myself as a city mayor. They're open to anyone who wants to attend. We have representatives from TDOT there, TDEC there, county mayors, city mayors, a lot of the Middle Tennessee high hitters there that can make decisions, as well as something that I've really enjoyed getting to know about, and that's our senior citizens, all the different options and you know, things that they can offer our senior citizens as far as, you know, helping with anything, economics, their medical situation, stuff like that. So if anyone wants to attend any of those meetings, they're at 10:15 in the morning, the third Wednesday of each month. And I know that you've been attending them for how many, 16 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And I've been attending them for 4 years. And it's just a time where anyone in our community who's interested in what's going on with TDOT and their plans and GNRC, which I believe that a regional approach to solid waste, sewer, roads, it's very important. So that's just something that I'm glad that our board decided to keep that in the budget, because it's a very good opportunity for us to get their help on all of the different things that we discuss as far as what I just brought up. So anyway, if anybody wants to attend those, just, you know, get in touch with me or Patty Carroll. She attends those as well. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Item number nine is consent agenda. Item 9A, minutes from July 23rd, 2026, Board of Commissioner regular meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Jones?
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 9A passes 5-0. Item 10, old business. 10A, Resolution 48-26, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Fairview, Tennessee, to formally accept the subdivision improvements associated with Phase 3 and Phase 3A of the Cumberland Estates subdivision. City Planner.
Thank you, Mayor. I believe we have a representative here tonight who can speak on it a little bit better than I can. Our city engineer usually deals with our bonding, but he wasn't able to make it tonight, so I'm here leading this. So this, I believe, is a construction bond that they have fulfilled, and after this construction bond, there will also be a performance bond to go with it. So they'll have a year of a performance bond after this construction bond. And so if the applicant would like to talk any more about it, he will know some more things than I do about it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. If you just state your name and address for the record.
Jason Beavers with Old South Properties, 262 Robert Rose Drive, Murfreesboro. Be glad to take any questions.
Mayor?
Commissioner Buffalini.
Thank you. I want to commend your company because you guys had some deficiencies and you took care of it right away. And I just want to say thank you very much, and I appreciate what you guys did in Cumberland Estates.
Thank you. We try. We try.
You did it.
Mayor,
Commissioner Hall.
this is immaterial as far as the bond issue, but it's one thing I would like to say what goes on in Cumberland Estates. As y'all know, I've been watching every detention pond in the city, and this is the best well-kept detention ponds that I've gone through throughout the whole city. They even look landscaped practically every day. The edges are trimmed, the trees are mulched and everything. It looks real nice, Mr. Beavers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else? Ms. Jones.
We have a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Jones.
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Beavers.
Thank you.
Item 10A passes 5-0. Item 11, new business. 11A, Resolution 54-26, a resolution of the City of Fairview, Tennessee, amending the fiscal year 2027 budget, and that would be our Finance Director, Mr. Knox.
Mayor, if you don't mind, can I give one quick introduction?
Sure.
Mr. Knox is obviously going to take care of this, our finance director.
Okay.
We put this on the agenda because when we submit our budget for final approval to the Controller's Office, State of Tennessee, they go through line by line and make some accounting adjustments. This doesn't happen very often. I think in my 16 years as mayor in Dixon County, I think it probably happened just about 3 or 4 times. The most important thing that I need to do a better job next time is inform you ahead of time. There's no material change in the budget you presented. This is basically an accounting function to clean lines up that the Controller's Office would rather see same money, different lines. No, the net effect is basically going to be well, it's not zero, I think it's gonna be $50 is the net effect. But I will do a better job next time informing you ahead of time and also having it on the website so the citizens can understand, because it looks ominous, but it is not. And at that point, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Knox.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. The purpose of this document, and I gave you all the letter that was sent out. I'll put it online after this tonight. The purpose of this is just to get it in the correct format that the state would like it in. So what we discussed, the work that we did in the line-by-line budget item that we focused on is correct. What they want changed is in the budget ad, and that's included also. That's the one that has the 4 things highlighted on it. In the letter, I'll go by that with the changes. We'll do it in that order. If you want to get the letter out and then also the budget ad so that we can see what changes they were. The first one is an increase in increase the police department appropriations by $1,165,826. So this is the portion that was of bond money that was to be spent for the police department firing range. They want it shown in the police department appropriations on the budget ad. The reason I didn't include it is because it's not against the revenues this year. It's revenue that we already realized in 2021 whenever we received the bond from them. But they want it in the expenditures for this year, so that was that change. And it's the second one down on the budget ad under the police department. The second is planning department appropriations by $50. By their calculations, I was off by $50. That is the material change that we have for that. That's what they ask us to do, and if it is incorrect, we're only appropriating $50 more to it. It doesn't have to be. It would be no different than if we didn't spend $50 out of a line item, but that's the only actual money change. The next, they wanted us to decrease the capital outlay appropriations by $268,001. That is the third line, or the third highlighted item down under capital outlay on the budget ad. And the transfers out to the last one, that is the $172,000 that we had extra in the budget that we said that we were going to use to save for the FEMA contribution whenever that comes up in approximately 3 years. So we were going to use that $172,000 out of it. I had it on transfers out because I wanted to put it in a separate account so that it is separate from the 110 fund. I just wanted it out of the that bank account, that way that it is separate and we know that it is not mixed in with everything else. But since it is not leaving the general fund into street aid or drug fund, it's staying in the general fund, that does not need to be a transfer out. If y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Any questions from the board?
If I may.
Vice Mayor McDonald?
No questions. We met earlier today and you answered everything I had, which was really just what you just explained right now. There wasn't really any discussion outside of that, but appreciate the explanation. This is more towards what Mayor Ryle said. I appreciate you bringing up the clarity issue. I did have quite a few panic buttons hit from citizens reaching out. What is going on with this budget? How did we miss this money? It's a large figure, right? So naturally, it takes you back a little bit. But I think moving forward, anytime we're adjusting the budget, amending the budget of any kind, any sort of clarity we can provide ahead of time will probably alleviate a lot of headaches on the back end, and it just gives everybody a little bit, an additional layer of transparency in what we're doing, and you know, gives them an understanding of what's going on versus assuming worst-case scenario. So I do appreciate you bringing that up and making an effort to do that. Thank you.
Do you have a motion on this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Jones?
Vice Mayor McDonald,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Buffalini,
Aye.
Mayor Anderson.
Aye. Item 11A passes 5-0. Item 12, roundtable with mayor and commissioners. Commissioner Buffalini.
I'm just looking forward to football season with the Jackets and for the Fairview Titans. Thank you.
Commissioner Roberts.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Board. I feel it's pretty incumbent on the Board to address this tonight because we have to just open it up for just a conversation with the Board real quick about what we need to do about the recommendations that we received about the complaint against Mr. Buffalini. So I don't think we need to make decisions tonight, but I think it's important that we address it. We've got people watching and people looking for us to do something and make a decision, and we can't just let it lie. We have to address it. So I don't know if you all have been thinking about this, if there's anything that we need to maybe think about for future meeting or how we would grapple with what's been laid in front of us, but we must address it. And Mr. Carter, if you have any advice on how to move forward.
Yes, for my part, I'm just looking forward for direction as to what you would like me to do. If you would like me to bring a resolution of censure as Ms. Eads recommends that the board consider, I can prepare that and have it at the next meeting. And then you can have a proper discussion about whether that's what you want to do or not. But I think that was essentially her recommendation. But I work for you all, so you just need to tell me what you would like me to do.
Mayor, I just have a question.
Vice Mayor McDonald.
Would it be more appropriate to put a discussion item on an agenda so we can be, I guess, I think we're all aware of everything going on, but I didn't necessarily come to this meeting with preparation to discuss it. And I think if we're going to give it proper due diligence, then we should probably have it as an agenda item, if that's.
Yeah, I think there's multiple ways you could move forward. I think, it can be discussed in roundtable, but I think it's a good point that it wasn't a scheduled agenda item, so all of you may not be prepared to discuss it. And so I think it can be put on the next agenda as a discussion item, and then you can charge me with, what you would like me to do. That doesn't obligate you to do that because you'll have to vote on that, essentially. A discussion item is not a voting item. And that would be a reasonable way to proceed. But I do think Commissioner Roberts is correct. There needs to be a discussion about it, and then I need direction about what you would like me to do, if anything.
Yeah, I agree. And then to be fair, I'm not trying to.
I didn't want to discuss it.
Discussion on
I did not
this.
want to
I just-
discuss the merits tonight, just to be clear.
Yeah,
I just wanted
no,
to
I
bring it
just,
out and start talking.
Had I known we were going to have that conversation, I absolutely would have reached out and had a discussion with Mr. Carter ahead of time, just to kind of get some additional information and his, professional opinion on a couple things. Personally, I would rather have an agenda item, just so we can give it the proper time.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear, I did not want to discuss the merits tonight. I wanted to bring it out with the board here to say, Mr. Carter, what do we do? Board, what do you want to do? It sounds like a discussion item so far, but
I think
but
a
that's it.
discussion item is appropriate, and again, it doesn't bind you to do anything other than to discuss it. Do all of you agree it should be a discussion item? Okay. If Ms. Jones could make that a discussion item on the next agenda, I will not prepare anything at that point. I will wait to hear what you discuss, and then hopefully give me some direction as to what you would like me to do.
Yeah, I think out of respect for Commissioner Buffalini, it should simply be a discussion, and then we'll see where that goes. I think putting an agenda item for potential censure resolution might send the wrong message that that's the direction we're all thinking and heading. And quite frankly, like, I would love to hear everybody's opinions on the findings and the process that we just went through, and go from there.
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Ms. Jones and I will make that happen.
And then just to finish unless there's anything else anybody has on this? No? Okay. Thank you for that. You know, I'm just going to be really candid for a second. This has been a very uncomfortable evening from the Beer Board all the way up to this moment. Leadership is very uncomfortable at times, and it would be really great if we could come up here every single meeting and only do what we want to do. But I think I can speak for the board when I say we all want to serve everybody really well, and that means having the conversations or making some decisions that we don't love. But hopefully we've explained our positions to a satisfactory level, even if you don't agree with us. We really have to deal with some things sometimes that are kind of like a hot potato, and we don't want to, but we have to, and that's what you elected us to do. So I thank the board for having this little discussion in the spur of the moment. Mr. Carter, thank you for your guidance.
Commissioner Hall?
Thank you, Mayor and Board. First off, thank for all the city employees for all the work they do. As y'all know, I feel for all the hard work that they do. I've been there with them in many years ago. And thanks for Detective Dutton here tonight presenting the Beer Board. Appreciate it. The next thing I have tonight is possibly a public service announcement, if we want to consider it that way. I approached Mayor Anderson about it, Vice Mayor McDonald about it, and the incumbent, not incumbent, but the mayor, excuse me, Mr. Rick Shepard. The three mayors that are running for our mayor of our city. What I received at home was very legal looking, as you well can tell from a distance. It was a bill for $98, wanted to sell me a copy of my deed. Well, I seen two addresses on it, so that sort of put a warning out to me that it was possibly maybe a fraud, or was trying to get $98 that I didn't have to spare. So I go to the county, with the Register of Deeds office, and you can get a copy of your deed free. You don't have to pay $98 for it. So in talking to the lady out front, which is a super nice lady, she looked up and actually went ahead and gave me a copy of the deed. She pulled up the deed and gave me a copy of it. I probably had one at home, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, the next thing she told me about was the fraud that happens with your loan sometimes. People will come in with a certified letter and stamped that you can get a lien filed against your property. Well, in speaking to Mr. Shepard a while ago, His wife is actually is the director of the Register of Deeds for our county, and she's the one that put this program in place. And you can actually go on Williamson County, tn.gov, and go to the government side of it, to the Register of Deeds, Williamson County Property Fraud Alert. And go through there and list your property, your name for your wife, yourself, and but it has to be separate according to the way the deed is signed on. And this service is free to our citizens, and not only in Fairview City, but all over the county. They can go there and get this alert and protect their mortgage. And I know with the years of fraud and stuff that goes on, your bank account gets hacked and everything else. I felt that this needed to be brought to our citizens to be aware of this. So Mr. Shepherd's got some copies that he's going to set out front, and I'm also going to have it put on the website when Mr. Ross can get with him and get this put on the website. And it's very easy to done. It took me 10 minutes to get my wife and myself already on a fraud alert. And that eased my mind, because I know y'all have seen it on TV a lot, where you have to pay $9.99 a month for this service. But the county does it free for us. So that's the reason I wanted to bring it to everyone that's listening, and it'll be on our website so that they can take advantage of it. And Ms. Anderson, I saw her the other night, and she said she didn't care how many people done it. That's what the service was for. So that's all I have to say tonight. Thank you, Board.
Thank you. Vice Mayor McDonald.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners. Something else that we don't have to get into at night, but maybe during that discussion, just to recap the cost of that whole adventure we went down with the ethics stuff. I've had a couple questions on what the total cost of that will be, and I'm sure it'll be divulged at some point in time, but maybe.
Familiar with it, so is Mr. Ryle, because they sent him he received the bill from Ms. Eads, but it was just north of $18,000.
Thank you. To Mr. Dodoro, thank you so much. I don't know, is he still here? He may have left, but this looks so good. Like, really did a great job with it. Just happy to see, as always, something happen at that park over there, and that's a great addition to it. Welcome back to school, and I hope everybody has adjusted their schedules appropriately. I know once you get used, right as soon as you get used to summer schedule, and then the kids go back to school, and it blows everything apart. And with 3 children, you got to juggle quite a bit. But I think we're falling into our groove now, so hopefully everyone else is doing the same. To piggyback off of Mr. Buffalini's comment, jackets are tomorrow night in East Hickman, right? At East Hickman, season opener. And then the Titans are home as well this weekend on Saturday. Gates open at 4, games start at 5. That's all.
Thank you, staff and board, for everything you do every week. And excited that the kids are back to school. Everybody watch for them as they drive when they're out waiting for the bus. And with that, I just encourage everyone to pick up trash and not throw it out. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you.